Are we all okay? Is the cleansing getting closer? It feels like we've had this conversation out of order. But, okay. Well, it could take us years to get down that deep, because I've just been to the depths of the Undercity, and I did not see any sign of Pyrian ruins. Like, the ruins I went through did not look Pyrian.
True, but there might be another way. Do you know the myth of the Black Guardian? The Endralians believe that there is some kind of demon deep down below the surface, and that you can even hear him scream if you just listen carefully.
Oh.
Rubbish, of course, but I think that these screams are the sound of wind.
Okay.
And if there's wind...
There's a passage.
There are tunnels. So are you suggesting that the Undercity's cavern reaches that deep? Into the City of Floods?
Into what is left of it. All we need to do is find an entrance point that can lead us down.
I mean...
Then we leave without further delay.
We all going?
There's no point in leading an army down there, so the 4 of us will go alone. Prophet, speak to the Archmagister and tell him to give you the word of the dead and the container for the Numinos. We will need both. He's at the beacon.
Shouldn't we at least think this through before we go?
Ready your equipment. We'll meet at the gate to the Undercity.
I'm with Yuzlan. Should Merijil come with us? Right, I'll go collect what we need then. I mean, Yuzlan's a smart man. I'm sure he's got things, you know, more figured out than I do, but I've just been down to the depths. I was pretty thorough, I like to think, and I did not see any sign of further tunnels.
The prodigy, huh?
Right, Merijil. I wonder how he's holding up. We've not spoken. Maybe I should have gone to see him. Merijil? I thought he was up by the beacon. I don't see him at all. Merijil? Neither are you a Merijil.
Oh, aren't you...
I'm...
Never mind.
No, I'm the Prophet. I'm looking for Merijil.
How can I help you?
I'm looking for the Archmagister. I was told he was up by the beacon.
He was. But he went to get something. Why don't you wait until he comes back?
This can't exactly wait.
I have to admit that it's a great honor to finally meet you in person.
Oh, okay. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
know, when all this started, when the Grand Master exalted you, I thought it was a sin. Granting an Outlander what we have to fight so hard for. But now... Phew! I think Malthus, or whoever sent you, that he did. We owe you a lot. Really.
Oh. Thank you. I do what I can, but I thank you. I couldn't have done this alone. The Order has been a tremendous help.
Oh, don't thank me. Say... may I ask you something?
Sure. I don't really know if this is the time, but go ahead.
It.
It?
The beacon. Do you really think it'll work? I mean, I'm just a novice, but... if it can really banish the High Ones, how come the Pyreans couldn't save themselves? I just don't understand.
I've wondered that, because I've seen 2 copies of this machine in the caverns when I first arrived on Enderal, and again when Kalia and I discovered this exact prototype. I mean, perhaps for the Pyrians with the cycle, they were stopped by the equivalent of Korek in their cycle before the beacon could be activated. Maybe they couldn't get an imprint for the Numinos. Maybe they didn't have the black stones. Who knows? Because when we found this prototype, there were no black stones. When I saw the original, when I first arrived, I mean, there were no black stones there, and that thing surely didn't have numerals. Let's just be positive. It'll work, trust me. I'm sure it'll work.
If you say so. You know, I lost someone not too long ago.
Yeah?
It was the Naramis, under the command of that butcher Korik. My family has a small farm near the coast, and when the first of the Naramis ships landed, I immediately rode to them
Oh
to
no.
get them into the city, into safety.
This isn't going to have a happy ending. What did you find when you arrived?
I'm sorry. This isn't easy.
I know. Take your time. You don't have to talk about this.
Our farm. It's on a small cliff near the farmer's coast. Just a few miles from Ark. I already had a bad feeling when I set out. And then I saw the smoke. And then there was that smell. And
I don't really think that the smell needs... You know, I don't need to ask. It's probably the family burning. What was the smell?
the smell of burnt meat. It was everywhere. I rode faster and faster, and then when I got to the house, I saw that it was on fire, and that someone had put up 3 crosses, and they were burning too.
That's horrific.
My mother, my father, and my sister, they were still alive, you know? And I just stood there, and there was nothing I could do. Do you understand? Nothing. And it doesn't matter how I try to look at it. It all amounts to one thing. I was too weak. I was
no.
too late, and I was too weak.
This isn't on you.
That wouldn't have happened to you, would it? You would have done something. You would have saved them. Just as you'll save us. If I could just be more like you, then Your flesh.
What?
Yes, that's it. All I need is a piece of your flesh. And nothing like that will ever happen again.
Stay back.
But why? Is that so hard to understand? I don't want much. Just a small piece of it. But you just don't want to share. Isn't that it?
No.
You want it all for yourself. Because you're vain. And in all your damn vanity, you don't even see the futility of the whole thing. The beacon won't burn. It never will. Thousands have tried it before you. Thousands who are as arrogant as you are. And they all failed.
You were possessed.
How did they say? Just let yourself fall.
Because the light will burn you. It will devour you. Until there's nothing left of it. Nothing but burnt flesh.
Nice and crisp. You're familiar with that.
Prophet.
Stay back. Oh, flip. Ah. What's going... No. Oh. What's going on? Oh, no, that's not the one. Sarah? Oh, I can't summon Sarah. Oh, no. Oh, God, that was a... I was not prepared for that. Oh.
We need to stop.
Sugar. Oh. Mary Jill. Mary Jill, is that you? I need your help. Oh, flip. Right. Let's get the mage. Come on, Thunder, it's you and I. Against horrible odds.
But Malthus, we need to
Ah! Okay, that's one. You. What the... That does so much damage. I thought I did a one-shot me.
We need to stop.
Could you stop them by coming in and helping me, Marigel? I'm not in a good way. Back. Right, dodge past. Health. Alright, that's one. Dodge. It's slow with those big old swords. Oh, but the cleansing's got to be getting closer if they can just possess people now. Gone from being weak apparitions to full on possessing people. And what is that staff? What is he using in that staff that is so blasted powerful? Marigel, thank God you're in time.
By Malthus. We need to stop them.
By Malthus, it's going to blow my bloody head off with that thing. Ow. Oh. Careful. Right. Keep us down. Oh, Marigel, you're there. Oh, fantastic. Right. No, don't you look at me. That thing has too huge a radius. Yes. Oh, oh, Marigel. You glorious man. Thank you.
By the name of the sun. They were possessed. How is that possible? I thought the sigil stone protects us.
Clearly, something's changed. Maybe because the cleansing's getting stronger, it can no longer hold back the red madness. I think whatever just happened there is beyond the red madness. That was direct possession. What about the beacon, though? That thing took a couple of hits. How badly is it damaged?
Oh, of course. Wait.
Sorry, I know you're about to say something. I just need to get some comfort food down.
Within acceptable limits.
Acceptable
Nothing we
limits?
should be able to repair. But wait, what is that noise?
Oh no.
Like a righteous path. I think you should see this.
There's flames and smoke in the city. That's so much smoke. Tealor?
What in blazes happened here?
Oh,
And what is that noise?
The Nerese. They are in the city. Their entire army.
how did they get their entire army in here?
No, this is impossible. This is impossible! And this, what's the meaning of this bloodbath?
I don't know, Grandmaster.
It's the chaos to accelerate the cleansing.
Able to possess the keepers. They're trying to destroy the beacon, kill the prodigy.
What? But the stone,
Grandmaster, you have to see this.
What? That the Narimes are in the city? I know that already.
No, we know how they did it.
Oh, don't tell me it was...
Chessa
Ah.
betrayed us.
Urgh.
Nonsense.
It's the truth. She and almost a third of the keepers followed Bartar's example. Come,
No.
you should hear it for yourself.
Oh. I had a horrible feeling.
Ordered that the temple gates be closed right away and positioned archers on the battlements. At least for now, none of these Naramese bastards will enter the temple.
Okay.
Well done.
You've done one good thing for now. Are we gonna move? Staff of Massive Firebolt, 60 points of damage in the blast radius. I was taking more than 60 points of damage. Targets on fire take extra damage. How much more extra damage? After you. Or after me. Tressa Natara. Ah. This was the worst case scenario. What did you think was going to happen, Natara, you fool? You opened the gate, they're going to slaughter all of us. They don't care what the religion is. They don't care who we are. They just want to kill us all in the name of his
There.
righteous
She
crusade.
survived Open your eyes, traitor.
What? Hi, Grandmaster. I am so sorry. It shouldn't have happened like that. Oh, my Malthus. What have I done?
Tell us what happened.
Of course, Grandmaster. I will. The Trichessa. She contacted Korak and asked for...
Relax. She's bleeding to death, Grandmaster. We need to get her into the curarium.
We will, once we're done.
We have more pressing matters.
Continue. The Trichessa arranged a meeting with Korak. What did she want from him?
a truce. She offered him the city if he would promise not to harm anyone.
You can't negotiate with madmen.
This stone, you know, the sigil stone that protects us keepers from the High Ones. Korak, he agreed. Once the gates were open, he...
Of course he's murdering everyone.
Killed everyone.
Yes, the Trichessa, he just... Even though she kept her end of the bargain. Then they swarmed into the city and... Oh, by Malphas, I am so sorry.
It's too late
I'm
for
so
sorry.
Take her to the Curarium.
Yes, yes, of course, Grandmaster. Lirum, Yetta, bring me a stretcher.
Wait. You have to forgive me. I mean, we only wanted the best. You have to believe me. Please don't let me die as a pathless.
Wait, is it you from the funeral?
Please.
I forgive you. Now go.
Oh, that's better than she deserves.
Yes. Yes, of course, Grandmaster.
I hope Thariel's okay and Gabor and everyone in the
Orders,
city.
Grandmaster. We aren't many, but if we use cunning, we might be able to drive them back out of...
We will not. We are no more than 6 up here, and the Naramis are thousands. And both our black powder and our boiling oil are in the barracks.
Then it's over. We've lost.
What? No! Nothing is over! They can't be that far into the city yet. We only have to drive them out of the gates and then...
They're
And
in
how
the
exactly
city.
are you planning to do that? By loading the cannons with sugar mint and shooting balls of herbs at the Naramis? Great idea, really.
You saw it!
Oi!
Quiet! Narajil and Sharim are right, Commander. Ark is lost. But our war against the High Ones isn't. The beacon still stands, and it will continue to do so as long as we hold the temple. We've lost the battle, yes, but not the war. All we need is the Numenors, and then the beacon will be lit.
And what then? I don't think Korak will withdraw once we've destroyed his vision of this
It's too late for
ascent.
that.
Correct, he won't. Which is why we will surrender.
What?
It is the only way. As I said to the Trichessa before, this war is about more than just us. If we choose to give up now, or if we choose to fight and die down there, Korak will destroy the beacon either way and let the cleansing happen. We will prevent that at all costs. Which is why we will find the Numenors, light the beacon, and then surrender.
But Korak will kill us all.
Yes, he will. We will die, but there is no alternative. Korak isn't man enough to participate in the battle himself. So even if we were to break out and fight, all we would do is kill his delusional soldiers. And their deaths would be as pointless as this entire war. Once the High Ones are vanquished, we've done our duty. That's it.
But no! We are warriors, and true warriors fight.
Oh.
You've
True
said that.
warriors ask questions. Like the question, when does a battle for ideals become nothing more than a battle for vanity? Those soldiers down there, Commander, they are nothing more than butchers. But we are more than that. But I will not stop you. As soon as the beacon is lit, you are free to flee. But for now, you will hold this place at all costs while we search for the Numenors. Archmagister, do you have the word of the dead?
I do, yes. How do you plan to get into the Undercity from here?
Could we
The entire
teleport?
city is swarming with Korex's soldiers.
Leave that to me. Commander Aaron, gather the remaining keepers and arcanists. I will address them.
This is worse than the... Somebody left a coin, but this is worse than the worst case scenario I imagined. I didn't think that the Trachessa would destroy or hand over the sigil stone to Korek. It's a horrendous betrayal. She has doomed us all.
You all know what has happened. We were betrayed by our own brothers and sisters. As we speak, people are dying, slaughtered by the Nerimes, who think we are their enemy. And I know what you are feeling right now. Anger. Anger aimed at those in our ranks who did this to us. But you're wrong. Despite their deed, they wanted to protect us, to fulfill their holy duty. And the same applies to Korek and his soldiers. Yes, they are deluded. Yes, they have committed crimes past redemption, but they, too, only did what they thought was right. If there is someone to blame in all this, it's the High Ones, and no one else. They, brothers and sisters, they are the ones responsible. They have no mind, no compassion, no soul, and their only reason for existing is to destroy. They are cowards who act out of the shadows and play us against each other like puppets on strings. And right now, they think they have won. They think they can defeat us. But they will fail, because we are still here. We have the beacon, the only thing capable of stopping all this madness, and that is exactly what we're going to do. After that, you are free to go. Flee, fight, do whatever you think is best. I myself will surrender, because every drop of blood spilled after we have done our duty and destroyed the High Ones is useless. And even if the Nerimes kill me, my death will be a sign. A sign that people like Korek will never understand. Hatred breeds hatred. This is what history has taught us, and this is what makes the High Ones strong. Stand by me when the time comes, or go. But until then, fight.
I love that speech. Morale is high, that's good. But I do worry that without the protection of the sigil stones, it could just all fall apart. We don't exactly have a lot of men standing by the gate defending it. Let's call in the keepers from outside, should we? And barricade the doors? If I get my hands on Natara before Aranthiel does, she's gonna pay for this. Right. Aranthiel, where have you gone? Have you gone back into your quarters? How are we planning to get into the Undercity? Because there's no way. There's thousands of Nerimes soldiers, and for all how powerful Yuzlan and I are, how strong a warrior Kalia and Aranthiel are, and even with Zara and Thunder's help, we would not get past all those soldiers. They'd wear us down through attrition. Renthiel. Oh, there you are.
And there she goes. 4,000 years this city has stood. And now she is aflame. It is a tragedy.
I can't imagine how terrible this is for you, having Natara betray you quite as personally. You told the others we're going to find a Numenos, but how exactly do we plan to get to the Undercity with all those thousands of Neramis in the streets? I just can't imagine it.
There is another way.
Can we teleport still?
I suppose you already know that the Order was never proud of the fact that something like the Undercity exists.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And due to your dealings with the Relata, you also know that we, the Order, had an informal agreement with them. They rule the underground and we rule the surface. In reality, however, this is only half the truth. We never handed over the reins entirely.
How did you know about my dealings with Relata, though?
Plan B, in case things get out of control and the Undercity's inhabitants revolt, like they did once during the Blood Moon riots.
So, Plan B. Don't tell me that Plan B is, I don't know, fill the place with oil or like cave it in and bury it all.
Probably. I will make it short. There's a set of tunnels throughout the King's Mountain on which this temple was built, and they lead all the way down into the Undercity. They were built to release poison gas into the entire cave system.
Oh, of course they were. So, basically, if the Undercity were to revolt again, you would have simply just put an end to the problem for good. All those helpless people trapped down there because of your stratified society.
It would have been an option. With the gates to the surface barred, no one would have survived.
That's pretty horrific. And let me guess, the plan is to use these tunnels that were built to pump poison gas into the Undercity as our way to get into the Undercity.
Down and back up again, yes. The Neramis do not know about these tunnels, and when they find out, it will be too late. We descend, we find the Numenos in the City of Floods, and we light the beacon.
You make it sound so simple.
After that, you know what I will do. There is a way into the tunnels through the dungeons of this temple. Meet me and Skyrim there once you're ready to depart.
What about Kalia? Is she coming with us?
Bring your beloved with you.
Oh, you know about that too, huh?
We will meet in the dungeon.
Oh, okay. Let us... Oh, I hope Thariel's okay. I hope he got out of there. Right, well I'm going to meditate here before we go. I don't know when I'll get a chance again. This is the cloudiest I've ever seen it. It's almost sinister, whereas in the past it's been quite peaceful here. I guess I'll take Ambrosia? No, where's the Phasmalist? You can take apparitions into cities. We're taking that. Who knows where we're going to end up fighting here. Right. I truly hope that whatever's holding back the toxic gas is not going to mysteriously snap as we go into the tunnels. Being gassed is not one of the ways I'd imagined I'd go out. But right now it's looking exactly like the way I am going to go out. Fighting's getting closer, it sounds like. We've got an entropic barrier up, that's good. Kalia? Where we... Ah, your spot over here. It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Saira.
It's not a nice sight.
No, and so unnecessary. Rampaging through the streets, slaughtering innocents, yet they still think they're doing the right thing. Sad, isn't it? Anyway, no point in worrying about it now, I guess. What did he say? How is he planning to get us down into the Undercity?
Well, to make your day no better, the tunnels in the mountains were meant to pipe poison gas into the Undercity in case they revolted and things got out of hand. The plan is we're going to use them to get down there.
So a system designed for genocide turns out to be our path to salvation. If fate has anything, it is a sense of humor.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Anyway, there is one thing I wanted to ask you before we set out. If
Shoot.
things happen as Aranthiel thinks they will you surrender to Quarak?
Honestly, I understand his point. I can't see myself throwing away our lives like that. I can't stomach the thought of surrendering to Korak. If anything, if we can stop this cleansing, we need to find a way to stop Korak next. Whether that's just the two of us with just Spar, I don't know. But I'm not surrendering. Especially with, us in consideration.
Yes, especially with all that. I'm glad you see it that way. Let's wait and see what happens. Maybe there will be a way to flee through the tunnels once we've lit the beacon.
I hope so.
There has to be. I'll go meet up with Sharim and the Grandmaster. I'll see you there.
Yeah, let's go. And the Emporium's vault... Wait, is that the door I was trying to get through the other day? I hope just Spar's okay. Oh, don't look at the down. I do not want to fall down there now of all times. Scholar. But yeah, I hope... I mean, just Spar's up here. Thank God he's not down in either in the Undercity or just anywhere else in the city.
Prophet, we will do what we can here, but hurry. Who knows what the Neramis will come up with to get inside?
Who knows what's going to happen next. No more traitors, I hope. We've lost too much now for yet another betrayal. We've got the... no more protection from the High Ones. They could possess any of the Keepers and try to ruin things for us. Is that you, Aranthiel? No, it's just a Keeper. The vault? Okay, we are heading down here. Well, hopefully somebody's going to tell me how to open that door. Because I could not figure it out.
If there's one thing the Holy Order has always been, it's creative. My respect for that, Aranthiel.
They're here.
Yeah.
One moment.
I do like your sense of humour, Yuzlan, but I don't really know if this is the time. But then again, if you can't joke about...
Interesting.
Ooh.
If I may ask, Grandmaster, how does that work?
That's what I want to know.
It's a sigil, and it can only be opened by one bearing the Grandmaster's sword. Follow me.
That's a different sword than you normally carry. So if we wanted to get back out of here, we would need your sword, would we? You've taken your cape off. You know it's combat time. I'm going to summon Zara. Oh, no, that's not Zara. Hey, Zara, come on. I don't know how far down we're going to be going, but... Oh! What? Are we gonna... deal with this? We got it? Oh, careful, Yuzlan. Gonna hit everyone with that.
That was all of them.
Careful. Oh, that it wasn't all of them, Kalia. We've got more. Sorry, Islan. Eranthiel, that's not how you use a sword. Look, that's more like it. Okay, you've got a weird way of holding that sword. That exploded. I'm just gonna have a bite to eat. Oh, the bread girl. I hope the bread girl's okay. She's so charismatic and makes such tasty bread. Why does everyone have such a quick pace and... Zara, Kalia, one at a time.
There.
Oh. Careful you don't hit me with that, Yuzlan. Oh my word. We got it?
Waste of time.
I know it's a waste of time, but we've got to fight them. When was the last time somebody came in here, Aranthiel? Because... Oh my flipping hell.
In case you were wondering, those 3 water gates up there contain the Starling machinery which releases the poison gas. As long as we do not open them, we can pass safely through the tunnels.
Fantastic. One of them's leaking.
So, this tunnel system, how many exit points does it have? I assume that a single exit into the Undercity wouldn't have sufficed to poison it all by itself, would it?
No. There are a total of 8 exits, and we will be using the one that leads into the Crow District. According to Maragil, we should be able to find a suitable entrance point into the old depths from there.
Oh, do not look down, do not look down. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like heights. Especially when they just appear in an inky black abyss. And God knows when these boards will last replaced. We all going through? One at a time? Please, please don't hang about. I want to go through that door and stop standing on this rotten piece of wood. Guys, please. Please, Yuzlan. Go on. Go on, Yuzlan. Oh, fine, fine. Oh, God.